Hello, folks, and welcome back to the 2022 CCR Open, fueled by Great Lakes Discs. We'd also like to thank Discraft for their sponsorship. We're here in Holt, Michigan at Burchfield Park. My name is Nick Hanson. Alongside me is Jessica Oleskie. How are you doing today?
I'm doing great. How are you?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. We've seen some great golf so far, and I'm excited to see where that takes us on this back nine of round two. Jennings is in the lead at 7 under par. She's had a very good tournament going so far. Also on our card, we have Ashleh, Diana, and Chantel, all putting together pretty good rounds. Here is our leaderboard to look at. Yourself climbing up the leaderboard as well. It's exciting to see, and I look forward to getting into the back nine here.
Starting the back nine off, we have hole 10, which is a par 4, 467 feet, 2 other tight gaps, a lot of trees to contend with. The only OB that you really have to watch for is the water that is right behind and to the left of the basket.
Yeah, so we're seeing that this course is much more wooded as we've seen on this front nine, and it's going to continue on the back compared to the Devil's Den course we were at yesterday.
I agree. They complement each other very well, both with the challenges that they bring uniquely.
Christina there kicking right, unfortunately. Chantel is going to get a little further down the fairway and kick left. Last on our tee, we have Diana. Was going to lace a good one, get an anti-skip there, and she's going to be quite a ways down the fairway.
Yeah, that was a good skip at that behalf. Ashleh slaying that forehand Annie.
That's going to be a good spot after that drive.
Christine committing to that angle control on that Annie, and it executes well in the middle of the fairway.
Yeah, that was a pretty darn good shot as well.
Three for three.
This is a very, very tough hole to get the back nine started. Although it is a par 4, very, very technical and tricky.
I think Diana got caught up there on that right-hand side. Oh, Ashleh going in on the inside a little bit and catching that tree.
Ooh.
Cutting it close for Christine, but she's committing to those standstills.
Yeah, those standstills and the angle control she's been having is working out great.
That was a great up by Ashleh. Saved by the bush.
Yeah, a little touch forehand there. They get pretty tricky trying to hit your lines with just the right speed.
I agree. It's like a executed finesse in a way that is very hard. Great comeback putt.
Often not your ideal power to get it to where you want it to be. And so I feel like powering down on most any shot for me is one of the hardest parts in the game.
I think it adds toughness to also making it not only the speed, but the execution of where you're aiming and where you're wanting it to land. Like it's like a triangle effect.
Mm-hmm.
Great putt from Christine.
Going to tap in for her par.
Great
Chantel
putt for
also,
Chantel.
yep, also tapping in for her par. Ashley's going to get her bogey.
On to hole 11. It is a straight to hyzer play. Again, staying in the fairway is key. The left historically was OB, but they do have it as fair play since the water is not there. So realistically, just getting as far down in the fairway through this middle gap is key. It's a par 3, about 358 feet.
Christine looks to have pulled hers over just a little bit to the right, but it's going to kick back to the fairway. Chantel up next.
There it is.
And she's going to be down there quite a ways. Jessica, what would you say your ideal release is for this type of shot? Are you trying to like release it with some hyzer, flat?
I choose to hyzer flipped on this, especially because of the way that the positioning of the tee pad is again. It's like positioning you right into that center tree. So either hyzer flip, I choose to go on the left side, kind of similar to what Ashley just did. The hyzer on the outside leaves you to skipping into the left area a little bit more.
Okay. Christine here to get up and down for bar.
Bullseye.
She's been doing great on those approaches.
You can definitely tell in her woods that her comfort zone is those standstills for those controlled shots.
Oh, wow.
Almost took the camera guy out.
I thought we were about to have some action there.
Ashley with another great run.
Man, I've had some close bits here.
Chantel with a safe approach.
And she's going to tap in for par. I feel like this is a harder par 3. What would you say the likelihood of you getting birdie on this one is out of 10?
For me, I do play it for a par.
Okay, so you are playing for par.
I do.
Are you just playing for like a placement shot inside circle 2 or?
Yes, I do. And then just like those ladies did, have a nice run at it, but more of a soft run. Leading into hole 12, this is a little bit more of a wider fairway, we can say, but with a lot of trees in the way. It is a good pump out here on this par 4 of a 446-foot shot, a placement shot, and then an approach, and hopefully be able to have a birdie putt.
Christine up here first.
I hit a line.
Oh, man. It's a great shot, but it's going to fade off just a little bit, unfortunately for her. Still be in a pretty decent spot. Chantel up next here. Diana going up the middle here. This one plays off the tee fairly well for a lefty if you can get far enough off the tee, I would say.
That was a great placement shot.
Ashley.
Nice shot shape. She got me stumbling over my words. It was so good.
Oh, and look at this from the catch came all the way.
Oh
what a great flight.
That was a full flight flex. Say that
And
3 times fast.
She's going to put herself in a great position to try and get up and down for birdie.
Agreed.
She kind of just pitched out there, maybe going for a roller and just didn't get it down, I would say. Very tough from that right side. Rough.
Agreed. She was just more trying to set up for a better approach. Looks like she got down there enough to have a putt at it. Christine going for another forehand. It looks like it sawed off a little bit earlier than she was intending.
Should be able to get up and down for par still.
Agreed.
And as you can see, Diana just a little short of where she actually wanted to get to on that drive. And as you can see, that rough is very, very thick on that right side.
A fun fact about Diana is it's actually her first time that she is on coverage.
Oh, she's doing very well for herself today.
I agree. Great approach.
What looked like just a routine approach for her to get into the circle for her birdie putt. Chantel's going to get her shot inside the circle as well.
Diana not pleased with that bid. And Christine having kind of like a half bid.
Yeah, the half bid's nice to kind of give it a run, but also make sure you're close to get your par.
Agreed, and a great comeback putt from Diana.
She's going to tap in her bogey with that. And Ashley here for her birdie. Oh, looks like she kicked that tree maybe on her swing, but either way, it's in for birdie, and that's a heck of a birdie on this hole.
Yes, it is.
Chantel in for bogey. And Christine in for par.
Moving on to hole 13, which is a par 3, 240 feet. Although it does play like a hyzer, I would say a slow bending hyzer because those trees. OB all around the right side with that water.
Another tricky shot shape, I would say, that's not necessarily a natural one, even with like a hyzer flip. More of that slow hyzer, kind of like you talked about.
Yes, if that was just slightly more to the right, that was the line. Although it looks like she got a softer kick.
Ooh.
Christine was not happy with that off the rip.
Yeah, she's getting that right side of the gap, unfortunately. Or, sorry, the left side. Chantel up next. And I would say that most of the discs kind of funnel towards that tree, with people wanting to keep it tight and still try to get up to the green.
Diana going with a full flex to get up by the basket.
Nice. She's going to get all the way through to the circle.
Chantel saying, slow down.
They put on the brakes for her. She's inside the circle for her par. And Ashley giving herself a chance to get par.
Ooh, sit, sit, sit.
I was going to say, sit down now. Heading towards the water there. Another sidearm approach from her. She's really been dialed in with those sidearm approaches.
I agree. Ooh, just got that left side.
And Diane's going to be in for birdie. It's a good birdie to have here.
It is.
Taking a couple strokes on the card.
Great putt from Christine.
She'll be in for her par. Chantel also getting hers. And Ashley unfortunately tapping in for that bogey.
Moving on to hole 14, another gap that you do have to hit. This is another placement shot in this par 4, roughly around right here is ideal. It is 545 feet. You do have a curve and another guarded green. This is one of my favorite holes.
One of my favorite holes as well. I would say likely the hardest hole on this course.
Agreed.
And up first, she's going to catch one of those early trees, kicking her right. Christine up next, going with the backhand turnover.
Not what she was anticipating.
Yeah, it looked like it started turning a little sooner than she would have liked. Chantel's at good distance, but it's just going to start fading out into that left side rough.
Great
what a
shot.
Smash. I think that's going to get her all the way to the corner on this hole.
That is a perfect placement. Maybe that was Ashley taking out some frustration from that last hole.
She might have been. Diana getting all the way up to the corner on her second.
I really love to see how these ladies do in the woods because each of them have such power and such distance. So to see it have to be refined is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, we're really seeing that on this course compared to the other course. So it's a good comparison. Chantel just kind of having to pitch around the corner. And here we are at Ashley's drive, lining up the turnover forehand.
A little bit more on the inside than she would like, but she does have a great putt at it from circle 2.
Chantel, unfortunately, going to kick early into that right side rough. Ooh. Christina, unfortunately, hitting that wall of trees that's kind of in the middle of the fairway. You really need to go to either the right or the left side of that.
Great
Chantel,
approach.
Great upshot out of there, yeah. Almost gave it a bid. Diana here. And here we are at Ashley's putt for a birdie.
Oh, that was a nice anti-flight.
Yeah, good run. Kept it close to make sure she gets her par.
Great comeback putt for Diana.
And with that, she'll be in for her bogey. Christine also in for her bogey. Another one of these par 4s that is playing closer to par 5 for you ladies. And
Hole 15 is a par 3. Honestly, a straight, slight hyzer at the finish, but realistically, it's just straight. No really rough to contend with. This is one that we like to try to get About 300 feet.
Ashley up here first. Hugging that right side and Heisering just inside to get inside the circle. Diana up next. Oof,
I think this is
unfortunately a little low out of the hand.
I definitely say lower than she intended, but I do think this is the easiest hold for both backhand and forehand on this course.
Christina up next. She's going to be a little short as well, probably outside the circle. Chantel, unfortunately, turning over to the right side, rough. She's going to have a tricky out here.
And she capitalizes on that out.
Yeah, put herself in a great position to get par. A bit of a half bid there, but inside the circle for her par. Here's Christine for birdie.
There it is.
That's a great putt, probably about 35 feet or so. And well-deserved replay.
I agree. Look at that extension from Christine's form.
Yeah, she's really fully committing to her putts today, and it's really showing on the green where, you know, they've either been top band or basically dead center.
Agreed.
Ashley here.
Great putt for birdie as well.
So we're seeing a couple birdies here. Hopefully some pars here from the rest of our ladies. Great putt from Chantel to get her par. Not really a hole you want to have to scramble on, but she did, and she got up and down. Diana here for her par.
I enjoyed her taking her time on that. It looked like it was a little bit of a tester putt for her and taking that deep breath, secured the deal. Hole 16 is yet again another tight fairway. It is a par 4. Ideally, the play is to try to make it outside of this main gap here to the fairway so you have a clear approach up to the green. There is water all along the left-hand side, and the trees to the right, including this peninsula area, is really thick.
We'll have Ashley up here first, going with the backhand. Oof. Caught a little early, and she's going to kick left, unfortunately. That was looking really good. Oh. Christine's going to catch that tree on the right side. She'll kick left. That's going to be a hard spot to be on this hole.
That was definitely out of character for Christine on there. Hopefully she pushed through where she has a fair approach.
Diana with some good distance there, just fading a little too much at the end. Chantel is going to be in a similar spot here as Christina.
Christine capitalizing again on that forehand. It might have pushed a little bit far on the outside to that other woods.
Yeah, it's hard to tell where that one landed. Chantel getting a good amount of distance there to just kind of get back into the original landing zone you want to be.
If I have to guess, Nick, I would say that this is her Sidewinder that she's been using. I know that she's a big fan of her Tour Series Sidewinder.
Great disc for all arm speeds, I would say.
Chantel's out in the open. Ashleh with a great patent pending standstill.
Great shots. She's going to put herself just outside the circle for birdie. Diana working her way out of the woods. That's a great shot as well. She might be a little pinched with the bushes on the right, but she should be able to get up and down. Oh. Chantel catching that last limb to get around, to get up to the green.
A little hesitation from Christine. That water being so close to that left side is pretty tricky.
This is one of the harder holes on the course, as you can see, just with how the green plays, and not only just that, but getting off the tee is pretty tight. Oh, what a putt from the woods from Diana.
That was like picture perfect.
And that is a great par save out of her. Ooh, Ashley just a little right. Christine for her par. Actually, I'm sorry. I think that was for her bogey.
Great comeback for Ashley.
Yeah, and Christine and Chantel will tap in here for double bogey, unfortunately. She's been having such a good day.
Hole 17, even though it's only 250 feet, don't let it trick you. There's a tight gap to start. That water's all along on the right side, and it's a faster green, so the skips can be wary with that water. It is a par 3.
Ashley here first, going with a forehand.
I really think that's the play that I pick.
Looks like she might have came up a little short, but she's going to be inside circle 2 for her birdie look.
If there's a lefty hole, is this it?
I don't know, because it just pushes to the OB at the end of the flight, you know what I mean?
She almost had to get clipped that tree a little bit. Christine keeping it safe in the fairway.
Yeah, it looks like she got up inside circle 1 there. Chantel going with the turnover. Just going to be caught up a little early. Probably have about a 100-foot upshot from there.
Which honestly isn't a bad play to have a nice upshot to get it close to the basket so you don't have to putt on this one. It is slightly higher than a normal basket, but that water and the green does actually trickle down.
I think I would rather have like a little further putt or further like upshot so that way it doesn't tempt me on going for it. Oh.
Agreed. That was a good bid from Ashley.
Yeah, right off the front cage there from outside the circle.
Wow.
Christine getting her birdie here. Good bounce back. We saw her fully
Agreed.
commit on that putt there. That's one thing she's been doing very well so far this tournament.
That's a great putt from Diana's facing the water.
Oh yeah. It's like the perfect walk for like birdie dancing. Like dance with someone.
Couple tap-ins for par.
Hole 18 is a par 3. A lot of people either go this hyzer round on the outside, but again, that water is right there. A lot of trees. You can go up the gut as well. The green right here is a slanted slope as well, so you do have potential rollaways. About 292 feet.
Oh, and a little kiss there for Christine. Another tree kick, and she's going to be inside the circle, it looks like. You got to love those tree kicks when you get them good.
Yes. Especially on a course like this. Ashley sneaking through and getting into a good position for a putt.
Diana up next. This is not a lefty hole for her, I would say.
No, this is a tough hole for her.
She's got the straight flip-up shot, but it's pretty natural for the righty hyzer.
Good grouping there.
Yep, kick down inside circle 2. Oh. Fortunately, she's going to kick to the right there. I think she stayed in bounds. She might be over that fence, though, which will give her a tricky... Oh, she got all the way down to the water, it looks like. That's unfortunate, but at least she's back up inside the circle to try and get her bogey.
Sit down.
Ashley not pleased with her run there, but she did sit at least.
Chantel for birdie from outside the circle.
Do it. Yes.
Oh, and there it is. Great
That was a
little putt.
great putt. Great jump putt.
Get a replay on the last putt of the day for her. Never a doubt.
No, that was right on target. That had to feel good.
Christine here from about circle's edge. Oh, and another great putt out of her. She's
Great
fully
putt
committing
for
to these putts on
birdie.
the back nine, and
That
Just
birdie
really
putt
went for
actually
it.
tied me for hot round for this round.
ooh, it's a great round, even on this course.
Yeah, felt good.
Very, very tricky lines throughout 18 holes here.
Great putt to end it for Diana. Same for
And now she's
Ashley.
gonna tap in and get her par. And that's going to do us for it. So we're round 2. Christina at 7 under par, Ashley at even, Diana at 5 over par, and Chantel at 6 over par moving into the final day. And here's our leaderboard. And it looks like yourself is going to jump up to 3rd place to find and get a spot on that lead card for final day. Congratulations, Jessica.
Thank you very much.
Thank you all for listening and watching. We'll catch you on round 3. Make sure to like, share, and subscribe. And Jessica, as always, thanks for being here with me.
Thank you for having me.